We're in numeracy class, and topic before us today is telling the time. Telling time. Our learning objectives are: at the end of the lesson, learners should be able to identify hour and minute hand. 2. Recognize that there are 60 minutes in an hour. 3. Know that a quarter means when something is divided into 4 equal parts. 5. Identify that we have 4 quarters in a clock and each quarter is 15 minutes. Then at the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to say what time is it. So now, the first thing that we are to look at is to look at the hour hand and the minute hand. Hour hand and the minute hand. Now, the shorthand stands for the hour hand. The shorthand stands for the hour hand, while the long hand, which is on top, stands for the minute hand. So, any number that your shorthand is pointing at is the one telling you the hour of the time. The hour is the one telling you what clock is it. Okay, like what we have here now, we have the shorthand touching 3 and the long hand, which is the minute hand, touching 12. Remember, minute hands don't tell you the hour. It only tells you about the minute, and the shorthand tells you about the time, the hour of the day. Meaning, the shorthand is pointing to 3. That means we are in 3 hours. Then the long hand is touching 12. When the long hand has traveled from 1 down to 12, we say it has rounded o'clock. When it moves round the circle from 1, blah, 2, 3, blah, 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 up to 12, then we say it has rounded the clock. So meaning what we have here now is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. If I have my shorthand on 4 and my long hand is on 12, then I say it's 4 o'clock. If I have my shorthand on 7 and my long hand on 12, then I say it's 7 o'clock. Note that the shorthand is the one pointing at the hour hand, while the long hand is talking about the minutes. And anytime you have your long hand on 12, it's telling you it has rounded the clock. I hope you are getting it now. And in between the numbers, between 12 and 1, we have 5 minutes interval, meaning your long hand must count 5 before it gets to the next number. If your long hand is on 12, for it to get to the next number, which is 1, it needs to count to 5 minutes. We have 5 lines in between. We call them intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a silent count. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. And it gets to 1. It must be 5. And between 1 and 2, before your long hand can get to 2, it has to count tick, tock, 5 again. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, and it gets to 2. Between 2 and 3, it counts 5 again. Between 3 and 4, it counts 5 again. Between 5 and 6, all till 12. In a clock, we have 60 minutes. 60 minutes make 1 hour. It means your clock must move round, your long hand must move round the clock from 1 down to 12 before we can have 1 minute. So we can have 60 minutes. That makes it an hour. So for you to have an hour, then your long gun must travel from 1 down to 12, and whenever it's on 12, it says it has rounded a clock. Now, how many quarters do we have in a clock? A quarter, we say we have a quarter when we divide something into 4 equal parts. When we divide something into 4 equal parts, we say each of the parts is called quarter. Now look at this clock. Miss Oladele drew a circle, and I divided it into 4 equal parts. Can we count it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 equal parts here, and each of the parts is called a quarter. So how many quarters do we have in a clock? 4. Can you please count it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 quarters in a clock. If you look at this drawn clock of mine, you see that I have the number 12, 3, 6, and 9. So we have 4 quarters. One is on 12, the second one is on 3, we have 6, we have 9. Now, a quarter is when the clock is divided into 4 equal parts, as I've said earlier, and there are 5 minutes in between each of the number. Now, when you are talking about a quarter to, now that we know that a quarter means when the long hand is on 3, when the long hand is on 3, or when the long hand is on 9, we can say we have quarter. But when the long hand is on 6, then we call it half. That means we divided the clock into 2. That's half. But when we have it on 3, then we say it's a quarter. When we have it on 9, then we say it's a quarter. When we have it on 3, we say it's a quarter. And we have it on 9, we say it's a quarter. Don't forget. When we have your long hand on 3, then we say it's a quarter. And when we have it on 9, we say it's a quarter. But when we have it on 6, then we call it half, because it has divided the clock into 2 equal parts. Now, when we are talking about a quarter to, that means it's not yet there. I told you for it to be rounded clock, the long hand has to be on 12. But when you have your long hand on 9, that means it's still going to round the clock, but it's not there yet. It's just on the way. Then we say it's a quarter to. When we have a long hand on 9, then we say it's what? A quarter to. So anytime you see your long hand on 9, then we say it's a quarter to. And another way to say a quarter to is when we say, you know, the long hand is on 9, and I told you we have 5 minutes interval. So we say 9 times 5 equals to 45. So we say 45. It depends on the time you are using. Okay? But 9, whenever your long hand is on 9, then we say it's quarter to any number your short hand is pointing at. Now on my screen here, we have different clock. You are going to write the correct time under each of these clock. The first one has been done for you. Here I have my short hand on 4, and the long hand on 9. That is 3:45. The next one is short hand on 6 and the long hand on 9. So that will be 3:45 what? Very good. 6. 5:45. And the next one is I have my short hand on, it's almost 8. And I have my long hand on 9. So meaning 7:45. Good job. And so on and so on and so on to all of them. The next one is 11:45. The next one is 2:45. And the last one there says 10:45. Then we have them on and on and on, as many as possible, like that. Now we want to go to 4:15. What do we mean by past? When something has passed, that means we have left that thing. When you leave something, we say, oh, it has passed. Or something has been done, then we say it has passed. So anytime you see your long hand on 3, when your long hand is pointing to 3, then we say it's 4:15. 4:15. When the long hand is on what? On 3, then we say it's 4:15. Now, when we have the long hand on 3, we can also call it 15 minutes past the number. How do we get that 15? I told you there are 5 intervals, minutes in each interval. From 12 to 1, we have 5. From 1 to 2, we have 5. And from 2 to 3, we have 5. If you add the 3 together, you have 15. Or better still, you say 3 times 5. Then we have 15. That means you count all 3 in 5 places. That's why we have 15 for 4:15. So 4:15 is always, the long hand is always on 3. And it is represented as 15 minutes past whichever number it is. I hope you are getting it. Now on my screen here, I have some clock. The first one has been done for you. I have my long hand on 3 and my short hand just a bit past 1. So then I say the time is 1:15. The second one, the long hand is on 3 and the short hand is on 5. So then I say this is 5:15. The next one, I have my long hand on 3 and the short hand on 11. Then I say 11:15. On and on and on and on and on. We have so many examples. We have so many examples of such. So, and I told you, whenever you have your long hand on 9, we say it's 45 minutes to whichever number it is. And whenever you have your short hand and your long hand on 3, 3 says 4:15. And 9 says 4:45. 3 says 4:15, while 9 says 4:45. And in another language, if you don't want to say 4:45, then you say 45 minutes. And if you don't want to say 4:15, then you say 15 minutes past whichever number it is. I hope you're going to find this very useful. Thank you, and do